Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Jeez, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.
Welcome to the NECC. Tonight, a storm is brewing as the North Central Technical Timberwolves, hailing from Wausau, Wisconsin, will take on Springfield, newcomers to the Challengers Division who have yet to drop a match at this level of play. North Central Technical sits one game behind first place. Springfield sits one game out of the playoffs. A lot to play for tonight, but only one team will be walking home happy. Timberwolves pride. Let's get it cracking. My name is Ethan Dolan, probably better known as Nellhead, and tonight we're back at it. The classic caster duo. Grant, how are we doing tonight?
We are doing fantastic. It's another day, not another dollar, but another Dollin, if you will, another Dollin cast, and I'm so happy to be here with you. Cashing this NECC stuff, like you said, we've got North Central Technical and Springfield from the East Challengers Division. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be hot because what other words are there to describe NECC than mind-boggling, unbelievable, spectacular? The list goes on. It's gonna be great.
It's going to be great indeed. And as we mentioned there in the intro, a lot to play for tonight. Springfield is 2-0 since getting bumped down to the Challengers Division. Before that, they were 0-4, so much needed change, but they have shown out at this level of play, knocking off Becker last week in a sleep. Meanwhile, NTC, the Timberwolves, have been at this grind all year long in the Challengers Division, only dropping one series to West Point, and every other series has been a sweep except a 3-1 against Howard Community College. I mean, that is four sweeps. They are playing some phenomenal, inspired Rocket League. Springfield is also hot, Grant. These are this unstoppable object, unmovable, or unstoppable force, immovable object. This is what it feels like tonight. Both these teams coming in so hot. What is the key for you if two teams are playing at such a high level? What is the difference maker at this level of play?
Well, there's plenty of factors. For one, it's all about how you dominate that midfield control, because that's how you apply pressure to your team. And we'll get into a bit more of that. If I start seeing some problems, I'll definitely be sure to call them out and make sure that you guys at home know exactly what to look out for. But for right now, you're right. Springfield is coming in hot. And I've honestly got to call the game in their favor. If you're going in from a higher division and you're coming down into a lower division, you're obviously used to that higher level of play. So you're going to have a higher standard to play to. So it's high quality and speed that's going to come down to what determines this outcome primarily.
Absolutely, as we are just about ready to get into the action. Springfield taking on North Central Technical as we're off. Koi Boy up right here for the Timberwolves, trying to find a goal early on. Won't get it to happen, trying to clear out the corner. NTC may have some offense here early. No angle on that half the goal, but Koi Boy coming in once again. Not finding it off the wall. There is Blast trying to keep the possession alive. And right out the gates here, Grant, the Timberwolves are applying some pressure.
Oh, and you'd have to expect it as well, and it's them getting the first goal courtesy of Blast. You take a look at the action in the corner. First of all, just a bit of a traffic jam leaves about a 2v2 situation, up close and personal on net for that sweet 1-0 lead.
And you know, my handoffs must just be bad luck. 2 weeks ago, on all three handoffs, back to back, goals were scored. So teams just itching for me to pass the mic off to another caster in the booth. One comes through right there, right away. NTC taking this early lead, trying to keep up that phenomenal record, trying to sneak their way into first place here. Sergeant Dilmac trying to find an angle. There's React with a solid bit of defense. Fast break opportunity here, and everyone is out of position for the Timberwolves. And just like that, Grant, the Pride get about as easy as a goal as you can think of.
Another opportunity that I was going to talk about is your ability to create those counterattacks, and this one is just a simple clear straight down the middle all the way into the back of the net. So well done there. We have to look forward to seeing how those high quality opportunities continue to produce themselves, and maybe Sharky can produce one on their own 1v1 situation, which has also been a deadly, I guess, force of nature to use in 3v3. So also on the lookout for that, getting your opponent to get you on into a 1v1 situation, see how you handle it.
Absolutely. I want to keep my eyes on Koi Boy for the remainder of this match. He's playing with so much aggression right here as NTC looks to find another goal there. Springfield College came through that quick equalizer, but already NTC knocking at the door with another goal, and there they are taking away the midfield. Very impressed. There's Koi Boy. Solid shot. Oh, Sergeant Dilmac, what are you doing? That looked like it was right on target. May have been trying to go for a redirect. Didn't quite get the contact they were looking for. There's Blast. Koi Boy trying to set it up to Blast once again, playing out of the corner, but they're not going to find what they were looking for on that offensive possession. It was promising at first, but they can't get it to go. Koi Boy, not the greatest ball handling there, and oh my goodness, it's going to leave Sharky with a free goal. Springfield College has benefited off of some wacky plays, a little bit of mispositioning from NTC, and they will be up 2-1.
Bones did a great job of setting that one up, catching the opposition off guard. They're just going down my list of everything that they need to do to bring about some success. It is that huge ability to hold down the midfield, catch your opponent off guard, bring him into 1v1 situations, and just be quick to the punch and catch them with counterattacks as well. They have really checked off just about everything, these two teams, and now it's just about how well they can do that moving forward. Bones takes it into blast and out to the corner for Sharky. Pushes through Sergeant Dilmac. It's actually stopped. They get another touch on it. SC React has to push back. Bones with their last clear for their team. Now getting back into the rotations is a bit of SC React again. Sergeant Dilmac's up. This shot off the crossbar. Great 50 out to the side from Koi Boy. A save credited to their name. Now back out to midfield again for Sharky. The flick comes through and over the defense. Koi Boy couldn't get there, and it's 3-1.
Sharky with a phenomenal play right there. Set up by Bones, takes it the rest of the way. Koi Boy can't quite find the angle on the back end. That is a massive goal here for Springfield College. If you're NTC, you let him get away with 2 goals that were a little bit of mispositioning, but right there, Sharky just getting it done when they needed to. 2-goal lead. Feeling pretty big here. The Timberwolves got to find something they just might have. Barely missing. Koi Boy, not an opportunity to clean it up, but here's Blast, keeping it alive, looking for something. Good bit of defense, follow through from Koi Boy. Good center right there. It's own gold. E2 Brute. Look at that react right there like it's the Ides of March. Koi Boy credited with the goal.
This is a great play, first of all. Just take it around the back. Sometimes you get a little pinball action around the net, and you're able to turn it in for yourself. Now we're within 1 for these two teams. Leading the charge is the Springfield roster. Now it might be looking to change, though. If they can't get the ball out, they are successful for now. Koi Boy up and off the backboard. It goes out to the corner. SC React puts it off that said corner. Blast with the shot, Bones with the clear. This ball still up, and Koi Boy takes advantage. Left it for Sharky, though, to the back wall. Doesn't get the strike. Just couldn't be quick with their nose, and they'll leave it back for Bones to take control. Sargent still trying to move this ball out of the way, get it out of danger, but they still struggle. Sharky clears it away to the side. Koi Boy gets a demo instead of the touch on the ball. That leaves just 2 left on the defense. Nobody makes contact, but nobody around to make it on for that counter attack, and it's Sergeant Dilmac with the goal for tie game.
Sergeant Dilmac with the aerial effort. Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous goal right there. NTC with an equalizer, Grant. We have had a frantic game number 1. 6 goals, still a minute to go. These two teams, we said it, both came in on fire. It looks like neither team brought their defense. Both just sitting at home. We have showed up to an absolute track meet here, and we're gonna see if any more goals are in the works. Blast working, pass over to Koi Boy in the corner, sends it back to the middle. There's React picking it up. Really like the effort from Sergeant Dilmac as they'll get another opportunity there. Keeping out of Sharky. No follow-up. Koi Boy coming through. I will say NTC has had this ball on the opponent's half for so much longer than Springfield has been able to be on offense, and we're going to see if that benefits them down the stretch. It looks like it might. Oh my gosh, what a save.
Yeah, what a save indeed. So close, but still so far away. You're not going to be able to break through by shooting the ball straight at your opponent's face, because they're still facing it and they're ready to get their hands on it. Now it's Koi Boy trying from the backboard, but the pass play doesn't come out just yet. 10 seconds to go. Out to midfield, Sharky. 1v1. No, Sergeant came out of nowhere to bail their teammate out of this one. Ball still remains in the air. Now we go to overtime.
Game 1, we've already got overtime. You could be in for a long series tonight, folks. Koi Boy going to win that face-off. Sharky trying to play some defense. There's Koi Boy. Solid bit of defense from Sharky, but here comes the follow-through. There it is. Getting back on defense is Blast. Should be able to clear this one with no problem, but there's React coming through. Koi Boy up. Solid bit of defense. Both teams gotta be feeling the pressure here in overtime. Next goal is gonna win it. That one didn't quite have the angle, but looked on target. There's Koi Boy with the aerial. Oh my goodness. Springfield College walks away the winners. Big game from Sharky.
A simple shot to the back of the net again is the kryptonite for this NTC roster. The golden goal goes to Springfield, and they take game 1 in some great close action.
Yeah, Sharky with a 3-goal game, putting up a big ol' hat trick on 6 shots. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. If you are NTC though, Grant, you gotta be worried about cleaning up the defense. 2 of the early goals and that last overtime goal that we saw, all were results of poor rotations. We saw the clumping of the defense. Not everyone is covering as much ground as they need to be, Grant. In your mind, does that start on a mechanics end, or is that more of a communication thing?
It's more of just a decision-making thing, and yes, also communication is involved. When you're playing too close and you're pushing up far front, that's just your brain telling you, you know, get close to the play, keep it going, put as much pressure on, but then you result in overcommits and double commits. So that's where the communication part comes in. And what we mean by double commits, for those who don't know, is when 2 players go for the same ball. You take 2 people out of the equation, you're left with 1 to defend all alone. And in a lot of these cases, they were pushed upfield, and so they couldn't defend, and that's why Springfield were able to get so many shots. We saw that very last goal was just 3 people. 1 person pushed forward, and then 2 were next to each other, covering that same bit of space. And instead of covering the whole field, they're covering about this much. And you're left with that. How are you going to make anything productive happen? You have to take advantage of mistakes, first of all, but you also have to get yourself under order first.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, hats off to Sharky there in game number 1. A big hat trick. We're going to see if they can continue the success here into game number 2. But we've already gotten overtime, and Blast might have an early goal. It does just that. Right off the tip-off. 6 seconds about into this one, and already knocking one home.
A huge miss off the sidewall that allowed this one to come through the defense to go up 1-0. It's a solid play, heads up, catching your opponent off guard. It's a huge tick on the list, and they have ticked that box for sure. Putting themselves up 1 goal is NTC. They stay on top, and this ball is now in NTC's half. Blast will do their best to deal with it, sweeping it up and out from the sidewall, gets it into Bones. Sharky comes through. That's a dangerous push to put that ball, not trusting that their teammate was going to be able to push forward by themselves. They try for a pass connection. It's not even close. Blast gets involved and in the way. Sharky taken out. Koi Boy, their shot is also deflected. They got the last slab, and it leaves SCE on their own half. And now Blast has a shot. It's off the back wall once more. And they continue these ball side rotations. And what I mean by that is when the ball is going one way, you're following it from behind trying to get back. Instead of taking that wide path to get back to net and continue your rotations, you're going single file the opposite direction you should be. And see right here, this huge opportunity, you're not set up for it, and you lose that.
Yeah, you lose it indeed. Bones trying to make a save right there. Does just that. Blast. Keep the line, but here is Sharky, the game 1 hero, trying to find the equalizer. Oh! Beautiful bit of offense right there. The defense just unable to find it in time. Koi Boy looked like they had an angle. Yeah, just couldn't quite close the gap. We're all knotted up at 1 apiece, and who else, Grant, but Sharky?
Who else takes a bite out of the net? Took a bite out of the apple as well to get it there. So two puns, 2 analogies in ones. We love to hear them, we love to see them. But Sergeant Dilmac may be loving to see that goal right there.
Wow. Wow, last game I said we showed up to a track meet, and look what is happening. When it rains, it pours. NTC, they won't be tied up for long, saying anything you can do, we can do better. Anything you can do, we can do too. 3.5 to go in this game. The Timberwolves heating it up with the pride sticking right there with them. This match has been an absolute shootout, and both teams came with about 12 round mags. They are just shooting and shooting, Grant, not letting up yet.
Not letting up yet is right. They keep going. They keep pumping the tank full of gas, and they keep burning it. And that's another thing is boost usage. They got to be careful just how much they're using, because a lot of the times that's why they get stuck upfield, right? They use all their boosts and they can't get back because there's none left. Well, we don't have to worry about that one for now, though. Bones has to worry about getting demoed instead. This opens up the field for NTC to continue this push. Doesn't find the 50. Bones, great touch around the incoming attackers. Great save to make up from Sharky. And this one pops back up in the air. Sergeant Dilmac with the follow. SC barely saves that one off their own crossbar. Dangerous. Blast cuts in on Koi Boy's better shot. And that's part of that communication, not really knowing who has the better shot. Needs to really get up on that field awareness to know whose turn it is to go for what ball and who has the better opportunity to get your team some more points on the board. They're not doing bad because they're still in the lead by 1, but I'm just saying something to look out for.
Absolutely, and right now it feels like all of these students from Springfield are studying masonry because they just absolutely built a wall around the goal in the past minute. Save after save, deflecting shot after shot. All they have to do is find some offense. Oh no, oh, on the top bar. They needed that one right there to stay alive, and the top bar does come, the crossbar comes through. They have to find some offense here, Grant. They've really tightened up on defense, but they can't find anything, and there is Koi Boy saving that one. Bones can't find it. Bit sloppy here from Springfield. The Pride have to find a goal here if they want to send it to overtime at a minimum. Here is Blast. Oh, and there's that aforementioned defense, the wall being built. Koi Boy centers it. Sharky up as is Bones, double committing in the air, but they're not going to be punished for it just yet. There is Sharky, very solid clear. Blast up to keep the offense alive. There is impact. Koi Boy, the top bar. Oh, there's no follow-up though. Springfield doesn't find the goal that they need.
Goodness, it's heartbreaking every time I see it come out, but they're just not around to finish these plays. They travel close when they're building the pressure, but when it's finally time to make it burst, they're not around anymore. They need to stick with it. You see 2 players right now turn all the way back to go for boost, and this is why Sargent is there and able to follow with a shot.
Sergeant Dilmac providing some air support right there, dropping in another goal. Springfield now trailing 2, fighting an uphill battle. This is going to be a tough one to come back from, Grant, and it looks like we're probably going to be heading out of this game all knotted up at 1 apiece. Bones going to have a solid touch off the kickoff right there. Sharky can't find it. Here's Koi Boy, 1v1 situation with React. Oh, they try to find some sort of impact, but Sergeant Dilmac can't get it to go. Koi Boy keeping the offense alive. Solid center right there, but Sharky's there to play it off. Here's Blast trying to find something in the right-hand corner. Won't get it. Sergeant Dilmac played a great game so far, and there is React after they put it on goal. Blast can't find it. Bones! Dilmac again!
Goodness, what a play from the corner off the backboard. Dilmac so quick and puts it to the back. You'll love to see plays like that. Now NTC go up 3 goals, and they will be closing this one out.
Yeah, they will be indeed. Not a lot of time on the clock here. Certainly not time for 3 goals, especially with the way that NTC is playing. Sharky trying to do something here. They may be able to find some momentum going to the next game. Sharky, impressive bit of dribbling. There's the defense React. They do double commit right there on the back end. 5 on the clock. Another shot on goal. That's not going to find anything. Dilmac, get out of the way. I got a ball to find, says Blast, but it won't matter. The Timberwolves are going to tie up this series at 1 game apiece. 3 goals for Sergeant Dilmac. Back-to-back games where we have seen a hat trick, Grant.
Yes, we have. Very good performance from Dilmac, and I'm not going to say they're carrying, but they're carrying. They have so much pressure. They have such great skill when it comes to putting shots behind the defense, which I am such a huge fan of, that they can find placement like that. And it's kind of shocking to see, right? Because we know that Springfield, they didn't do so well in the division above them, so they dropped down to the one they're in now, which is where we also find NTC. The only thing is that, I mean, they're in the same now, but there should be more experience coming from that Springfield team being in that higher league, having that higher standard of play. But North Central Technical, they are absolutely taking it to Springfield and saying, hey, this is our division. We don't care if you're in a higher one. We are going to be the better team and come out on top every single time.
You know what the secret is, Grant?
What's the secret?
They got some strong bones, them boys from Wisconsin. You know, they're raised off that unpasteurized milk. You know, you don't mess with teams from Wausau. I'm just putting it out there. North Central Technical, the Timberwolves looking absolutely fantastic. I'm just saying, some strong bones on this team.
Well, I'm just saying there's a player by the name of Bones on Springfield, so I mean, what does that say?
Vitamin D Mac chat, y'all are too good.
Oh my.
Sharky trying to play that one into a goal. Can't quite find it. Bones looking for something on the sidewall. Is going to get bumped out of the way. Sharky trying to find some of the hero from game one. They won't find the angle. There's a center, but Bones on the back end able to deflect it in the corner. Blast not giving up in this possession just yet. Coy Boy trying to find something in midfield, but here comes Springfield. Sharky leading the way. Blast, some solid play right there. Impact going to take their lunch money on way to the goal, and Coy Boy can't get back. React, and Springfield scores once again on a bit of a miscommunication from NTC.
It's a strong shot to beat back as well, but you see two players covering the same amount of ground, coming from the same direction, running back, and it's just hopeless. It's helpless at that point. You got to cover more ground, and you have to do it despite what your boost has to say.
Oh, you do indeed. Coy Boy putting it on. Oh my gosh. Beautiful, beautiful center. React plays it slow and is unpunished for it. Rare sight right there. NTC not taking advantage. Here's Sharky. Bit of a breakaway. Not going to find anything. Coy Boy looking for the center. Good bit of defense there from Bones. Sergeant Dilmac not going to find a great contact right there. And here is Coy Boy. Not gonna have the boost there to finish out, and they might be a little bit boost starved here on the NTC side. Trying to flip it in, didn't need any boost for that goal shot. Oh my gosh, Bones come through at the last second. Looked like it was gonna be the equalizer there, and now they found some offense of their own. Whoo, barely saving that one there, Grant.
Just barely, but they get back to it. Sharky from this corner almost found a corner double tap read. They just couldn't make contact. I'm sure they were inches from that angle and securing themselves another goal. They'll have to wait though as Sharky moves this to the outside flick over. Blast has one more, gets the demo. Is anybody around to finish it? No, oh maybe yes. SC React finally wraps around back to capitalize for SC.
Look at Sharky, oh my gosh, the old dump and bump, left the ball right there, said, I'ma go get a demo, someone clean this up for me. React coming through, getting it done, 2-0. They have absolutely flipped the script and dipped the chip from game number 2, Grant. This Springfield team looks absolutely phenomenal right now on the offensive end. Does Coy Boy have anything to say? Not if Bones is there. They're not gonna find anything else. Sharky coming through, that's an enticing shot, but up is the defense right there, played in the corner. Coy Boy, can they find a clear? They can't. React with a little bit more boost, a little bit more agency, but there is the defense once again.
Sergeant Dilmac, though, is doing a great job of setting up some passes for their team. It's bugging me at this point how often you find these teammates and players on a attack opportunity and then they're not around to finish it off. You look, Sergeant Dilmac is ready to set up another shot. Coy Boy positioned well, but not the best pass. That was a better looking up situation for NTC, but as I say it, Sharky puts in 3.
Sharky putting in goal number 3. Just about 2 minutes to go here, Grant. It's not looking great for the Timberwolves. They have absolutely collapsed here in game number 3 after such a strong showing there in game number 2. What do they have to clean up if they want a chance to come back in this one?
It's those rotations I've been pointing out. You notice the whole ball side rotation thing that I've been talking about, coming back when the ball is heading towards your net, you're just following it. You have to take the wider path to the other side, the other half of the field that the ball is on. You have to continue the rotations going on because otherwise it's just kind of a hook. I don't know how to describe the shape without actually drawing it. I'm trying to get that set up behind the scenes, so maybe we can get a look at what I'm talking about. You guys will be able to further understand. But as it stands right now, 3-0 for Springfield, almost 3-1 if they can just get there. Oh my goodness, it comes closer and closer every time. Coy Boy for the third man role gets there, but it's not enough to put on more pressure.
Yeah, NTC's had some opportunities. They've just been unable to convert. Here is Blast trying to set something up. They can't quite find the velocity they wanted on that shot, but they're trying to keep the offense possession alive here. Sharky able to clear it out. Blast coming in. Oh, miscommunication on the defensive end. This may be something. Drops right in front, but React is right there. 1 minute on the clock. A 3-goal deficit. NTC needs a miracle, and they need it now. Let's see if they've got any pixie dust in their back pocket to sprinkle over this game. They'll start with a save right there. Koi Boy does find a solid clear. Blast plays it into the corner. Vitamin D-Mac there, the newly named, trying to set it up, but the Koi Boy can't quite find it right there. Half a minute to go. Sergeant Dilmac in the midfield, trying to slow them down. I don't think NTC has the time nor the offense to come back in this one, Grant.
Yeah, I think you're right. We just noticed a triangle of players heading back the other way, and they just get clumped together. They're not around for any of these tacks anymore. They suffer each and every time from Springfield, and you're right, 10 seconds to go. It is now impossible for NTC to come back, even more so after that clear. Koi Boy tries once more off the backboard. Maybe they can just get a consolation goal to take with them as they move. They do! And 0 seconds, Blast blasting his way through the defense.
And you know, that one had to feel good, had to feel a little bit cathartic after that game. Last game I made reference to all of Springfield's players being masonry majors because they built that wall. They did it once again. I'll tell you what, feeling impenetrable. The Timberwolves just felt smothered all game long. The second they brought the ball into the opponent's half, they just couldn't do anything with it. They had some solid looking opportunities, but the defense was just so swarming on every single shot opportunity.
Yeah, they were just everywhere. And on top of that, I don't have it set up yet. We're almost there. I'll have it by next game. If I think we are going to have 2 more games. At least that's just the hope, right? I'll be able to illustrate
at its
things.
finest.
we'll have to continue just illustrating with my hands here, I guess, because I like to be flamboyant with my hands when it comes to this kind of stuff. But right, so you send one person forward, and you send another person forward, and then you send another person forward, right? But then the defense, which looks a lot better for Springfield, they are able to bring that attack back the other way. Now, instead, you have all these 3 people here. Instead of, splitting it up and everybody going behind each other, it's instead they're following the offense that's coming at them. So how are you going to get in front of them, in front of the ball's path, is what I'm trying to say here. I hope that is a helpful illustration in some regard. If not, we'll get it on screen shortly enough. But that's what's going on each and every time NTC is trying to make a defensive clear. It's why they were unable to pick up as many saves and also just unable to continue a counterattack until many, many seconds later.
Yeah, we're going to need the magic yellow John Madden marker for the next stream. So Grant can just draw, and the viewers can see it here as Sergeant Dilmac has got an early opportunity to blast. Oh my goodness, that is how you start off a game of Rocket League right there. Vitamin D-Mac laying it up to Blast, saying thank you very much.
See, when they get an opportunity and they capitalize on the first time, they do it right. It's an old saying that my grandpa, my late great-grandpa used to say. It's if you don't do it right the first time, plan on doing it again. And here it is again, but done the first time from NTC. Who else would it be than Vitamin D-Mac and Blast once again?
I blinked and I missed it. Thank goodness for replay. Good golly, Miss Molly, where did these Timberwolves come from? Absolutely blazing here, and it doesn't look like they're done yet. Sergeant Dilmac trying to set something up, but there is Bones. Here comes the rest of the squad, double committing on that ball in midfield. Blast trying to find something. Look like Sergeant Dilmac may have had a better opportunity on the ball. There's Koi Boy on the back end, keeping everything alive, playing a bit of the glue piece in this game. Sergeant Dilmac just coming out on fire alongside Blast.
very well done teamwork from those two. Now it's just about Koi Boy and how they can hold it down or contribute in their own little ways. Sergeant Dilmac is moving around, puts it across the front, but Bones is there to send it the other way. This one's going towards the net, off the crossbar and down. No one able to get there. Blast is able to make up for it from the ground. Now Sergeant Dilmac has possession once again, needs to get it past Sharky. They don't need to now because Blast puts it right back the other way, but Bones is going to capitalize first. They didn't realize that Sarge had needed a little bit more time. Back out to the left wall again. Bones is there for the contest because who else would it be? SC React puts it up high. Sharky might be able to jump for this one. They don't commit. They wait for it to come down and send it bar down, Ski.
And the striker from Springfield hits yet again. Sharky coming through, smelling blood on the pitch and gets it done. 3 goals. We've still got well north of 3 minutes left in this one, Grant. A frantic pace yet again. I would love to see the combined goal statistics by the end of this match. These two teams' offenses have been absolutely relentless.
Yeah, I'd love to see it as well, and let's see if they can just continue it though for now, because Springfield, they've taken the last 2 games, I believe, in succession, and now they sit down 1 goal, so not the most comfortable place for them to be, but I'm pretty sure they've got that confidence that they can at least get back up there. Sharky has to wait back, clears it out, has some control, needs a 50 with Blast, tried, but Blast is just so quick, and I love how NTC have been heating up throughout this series. Maybe they can force this game 5 if we get there. Koi Boy sends it backwards though. This is a huge setback if Blast can't get to it. They can't. Sharky could push in on this, but Sarge sends it up high. Bones is there, looks for the negative angle, kinda gets there to the backboard. Blast clears it past SC React. Now 1 left for SCE. Sharky goes up to the ceiling, questionable choice. They don't make contact. 1 left in the net. Sarge isn't there. Blast can't get there either. And it's back out to the side. Some breathing room is allowed for Springfield and Sharky.
Yes, a breathing room indeed, some solid opportunities, but once again, the Timberwolves can't quite convert. There's Blast once again putting it in. That'll be the 3rd goal for the T-Wolves here. They finally found another one they were looking for, and Blast has an early hat trick here. 3 goals for NTC, all by Blast. Some phenomenal play coming out the gates. I tell you what, when it comes time to choose an MVP for the series, it's looking real tough.
It is, because you say that Blast gets a hat trick, but Sarge gets the playmaker medal. 3 assists for those 3 goals. What a fantastic team player to be able to set up Blast in the first place. Now I'm just looking how Koi Boy, you know, they sit on the bottom of the scoreboard, but we got to say that those players are the foundation of any given squad, holding back the midfield and just, you know, letting their teammates shine a little bit. It's a very noble thing to do, and it lets your team score more goals just by holding down that midfield, something that NTC has, I mean, historically struggled with in this series. Now they're able to get it done just by hitting the ball more, and when they miss though, that's when it's Springfield's opportunity to strike and create those counterattacks that they've been really good at late on in the series. Let's just see if they can hold it back.
See if they can hold it back. Indeed, Blast trying to find another opportunity. In comes Sergeant Dilmac. Koi Boy aiming from the top row, saying scoring goals. Looks like a lot of run, but Blast is there again. Goal number 4. Too much calcium. Who can contain the Timberwolves here, Grant? 4 goals already here in game number 4.
Goodness, yeah, I'm definitely putting Blast down as the #1 MVP for this series. Definitely going to get themselves a nomination. Just clawing their way back, and they're probably going to force this game 5. If that's what the series score says, you know, I'm going to double check for myself just to make sure I'm not being silly or anything. Yeah, if NTC take this game, which is looking even more promising that they will, we're going to see that deciding game 5.
Yeah, it looks like we're headed that way. Up is Sergeant Dilmac once again looking to set up their teammates. Oh, Blast missing what would be goal number 5, but Koi Boy says hold on just a second, trying to keep them on offense. Here comes Sergeant Dilmac. Oh, direction off there. Blast there playing a little bit deep and saying I do it on both ends, trying to just maintain this 4-1 goal lead. Don't want to do anything silly here and throw it away with only half a minute on the clock. Sergeant Dilmac looking for an opportunity. That's going to be a little bit high. Blast on the follow-up. Won't get it to go. In comes Koiboy. They commit all their resources to offense, but Dilmac on the back end. There's a demo. Solid piece of defense from Dilmac trying to turn it into some offense through the midfield game. They do find the demo. Blast not going to find the ball right there. Bones trying to sneak one in, and they will do just that. But with only 9 seconds on the clock, Grant, very unlikely that they can come back. They will need 2 extremely quick goals.
I'm just proud of the hustle that we get to see from Bones coming in hot with that shot. And this is what we're talking about. Those counterattacks are going to be very important moving forward into Game 5 for Springfield. It's going to be all about how they can connect on those. Maybe they can get another goal here. It drops down. No one can finish. Sharky misses a golden opportunity. We could have seen an opportunity for Game 4 overtime if they could get another kickoff goal after that. But now we just have to wait.
Springfield nearly does it to him, but we are headed to a match-deciding game number 5. Neck and neck, tooth and nail. This one has been absolutely electric. That's our 3rd hat trick, I think, between these first 4 games. We've seen multiple hat tricks on both teams here. We have set the stage for a beautiful, fantastic, overwhelming, toss all the adjectives into this soup that we're cooking because they all apply. Grant, what are we looking at here heading into our 5th and final game of this series?
Well, we're looking at something scary, first of all. I didn't think we'd get this far, but SC just out of nowhere started popping off, or not SC, goodness gracious, NTC. Look, there's C's at the end. That's my excuse, but that's not a good excuse anyway. NTC just came out of nowhere with Blast. I'm going to make the pun again, even though I shouldn't. Blasting their way through this game, because really that's what they were doing, but credit even more to Sergeant Dilmac being able to set up those passes is something we noticed early on in this Game 4, and hopefully it can continue through Game 5, and we'll just see how the success goes. But you already know that Springfield are not gonna want to get into this situation. They don't want to lose. They hate being here right now. They want to take it back for themselves. It's just going to require a lot of solid, high-quality effort.
Absolutely. Sharky with a solid save right there to kick things off. NTC not messing around as they're looking for opportunities in offense here early on. Not going to find it. Everyone in chat drop some cookie emojis because NTC definitely brought the milk. Here's Blast looking for something. That one is not going to find it. Sergeant Dilmac able to play some solid defense above the goal, but here is Bones gonna get stonewalled right in front of the goal. Blast on the other end. Can't quite find the contact they're looking for. Playing out of the corner here. Dilmac looking for something, but they're not going to be able to convert on any of those opportunities.
No, not just yet, but Bones is here again, trying to throw it up to the midfield. Blast has just been on top of it this game. SC React, though, as a shot. Blast is able to get back. These rotations have kind of sorted themselves out a little bit. They're not traditional rotations, but they are working. So as long as it's working, NTC will feel pretty comfortable about this one, but Koiboy is left to be that 3rd man. Here's when they miss. This is when those counter-attacking opportunities I was talking about were going to happen. It was exactly what I called before we got into this game number 5. NTC have to be careful. Everybody has to get a piece of this ball. Koiboy succeeds this time. Sharky, though, picks it right back up. Right back behind him, though, is Koiboy. They didn't see it coming. Sarge tries to make that pass connection up front to Blast. They're unable to do it. Sharky struggling to connect with Bones. It gets up there, but Koiboy holds down that midfield. The very thing we talked about first in this series. Another shot blocked. If they can hold down the midfield, this is where the pressure comes from, and the panic comes through, as well as this shot from Blast to go up 1-0 for NTC.
Blast from the past, looking a lot like game number 4. Blast coming through with a goal right there. 3:13 on the clock. Oh my, Grant, they have to find an answer because Blast has just an absolutely offensive monster pouring in shots left and right. They have got to key in. In basketball, you can drop a double team. I'm not sure what the equivalent looks like at Rocket League here. Blast looking for something, not going to find it there. Setting up Sergeant Dilmac, not going to get it. There is React on the defensive end. Blast trying to set something up yet again. They're not going to get it. Here's Koiboy on the follow-up, solid center, but there's the defense from React, playing it out to the right-hand side. coming through, but NTC just relentless. The Timberwolves howling. They're staying on offense, looking for something, and here comes Springfield. Solid offensive play. Blast going to be out of the equation on defense here. React looking for it. They're not going to get it to go. Here's Blast, potential goal opportunity. Sharky's going to be up for the save.
The great thing that is going on for NTC right now is that, well, luckily that shot not going in, but what I was gonna say is they're doing a great job at not letting Springfield have the ball at all. They get up in their face, they're beating them to the ball, and that's what's going wrong for Springfield. If they keep getting beat to the ball and they keep allowing it to happen and they're not quick enough, they are going to lose each and every time. And they need to figure things out right now. There's Sergeant Dilmac being quicker to the ball, and they've been one of the quickest on the field, if not the quickest on the field. Now Koi Boy comes through the backside. Bones from the sidewall throws it down. Sergeant Dilmac will have the easy save. Sharky needs to get in the face there. They succeed for a moment. Bones has to rotate out, though. It's not the best rotation, but it works out maybe in the end. No, Sergeant there to kill the dreams once again.
Absolutely, and this shot on goal, React gotta get there, can't get the go. Dilmac putting in NTC's second goal here in game number 5, Springfield. Man, granted, it's looking like an uphill battle, but there is plenty of time to go. What do they have to figure out on the offensive side to get something, anything moving here?
Well, it's a mindfulness about the boost. You saw SC React go for that big, juicy boost pad. That I like to compare them to watermelons because they are round, they are huge, and just tasty, right? And every Rocket player, or Rocket League player, loves to get their hands on those watermelons. I tell you, they are so much more comforting than anything else. Honestly, I have no idea where the heck this analogy is going, but I'm just saying that boost, you oftentimes find teams drooling over it. Sharky picks up one of those and moves along with it, but they have to be mindful of, do they really need it? Could Bones have used it better here? Because I don't think they have any boost right now to work with as they move on to the left side.
Looks like they're running on E here on their own half, and they've got to find something here. 40 seconds on the clock, looking for it. React, able to find the clear, but can they find some offense? Doesn't look like it for the time being. There's Sharky, an errant shot, not going to find the goal right there. Sharky's up, centers it. Bones, oh, no contact there. React on the back end, and that's gonna go in. NTC up 3-0 with 21 seconds to go. The Timberwolves have finally hit their stride as Blast puts in yet another.
I'm just amazed at this point what NTC has been able to claw themselves back from, just going down so early in the series. I think, are we on the verge of a reverse sweep? I think that's what we're on. I think that's what we're looking at.
It's been back and forth, not quite the reverse sweep. It was 2-1. I think NTC took home game 2, Springfield took home 1 and 3, but nonetheless, impressive performance here, Grant. A lot of hat tricks. Blast not going to be able to get that last hat trick right there, but NTC does finish it off. Celebratory milk in the locker room. Let's go. As the Timberwolves are able to find that win, and that will put them in a tie for first place up top the standings in the East, Grant.
It's very well done, and I bet it's an exciting place to be. And boy, I hope they are getting some celebratory milk, because honestly, after a win, milk is just great, and you got to get your bones strong. That's exactly what NTC had going on for them here. Just the strong bones. That's all we got to say about it. And also, Ethan, I've got something exciting. I don't know if you see this on camera, but that's coming soon. It works. Look at this. I can draw on this now, so I can at least go into some depth of what I was talking about in the last series. We'll just take one example, right? You have people pushing upfield, and everybody goes for the ball, right? And then everybody goes, but then on the way back, it looks like the ball's coming this way, and everybody continues to go this same direction, when in reality what should happen here is everybody needs to follow back around each other. They gotta get this rotation reflowing. Whoever's last back can make that next push on the ball, because that's the third man's role. I have it detailed, but I hope this is like a better picture of just how cluttered it got on the defensive side a lot of the times for either team. It wasn't just one or the other. NTC was just able to sweep it out and make it not so much of a problem anymore, and they sorted everything out. They got back to the top, and they took it to Game 5 and took it 3-2.
A regular John Madden on the show right there. Grant bringing it home, some big brain stuff right there. That's why they pay him the big bucks, ladies and gentlemen. I know you see that, the purple Puma logo. That's some quality stuff. Is Puma a name brand? Does that count?
I don't know.
Nonetheless, I think for me, the MVP is going to have to be Blast, ending with nearly back-to-back hat tricks. I mean, 4 goals. Get Grant, you always say it all the time. Game 4 is where you find out what teams are made of. Well, in Game 4, we found out what Blast was made out of, and it was back-to-back-to-back-to-back goals.
Yeah, I'll have to give credit, though, to Leachy, the originator of that saying. I just love to borrow it because I think it's fantastic and very accurate. Blast just came out of nowhere and took it to Springfield single-handedly. Well, actually, I wouldn't say that. I'd say double-handedly because you got Sarge on the offense bringing out those passes. That's got to
Hey man, I just can't find a comfortable headset. I mean, I've tried everything. Literally everything.
Jeez, my brother. I got you.
The HyperX Cloud 2 Wireless. Legendary comfort goes wireless.
That is comfortable.